What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Underdog Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Nolan Skian, alongside Antonio Fiore, Sal Estrina. Gentlemen, how are we doing?
Great. Good evening, fellas.
So I think we're gonna start on a somber note, talking about obviously the death of Kobe Bryant, which happened on Sunday. Yeah, really sad. We'll probably all give our take on it. But Antonio, what did you think about the death of Kobe Bryant?
Well, first, I actually found out it was in a Twitter DM. I was a little weekend vacation, sitting in a Jeep, and I just opened up my phone, and Sal said, "Wow, Kobe died." And I'm like, "What?" So I went to trending, because I knew I was going to find it somewhere. At this point, it wasn't even, widely known yet, so I had to kind of dig for it, and I saw it was TMZ. And it was like, my heart obviously dropped. It was like, there's a chance that this is fake. And then you see everything just start coming out about it, and you're like, oh my God.
I'm obviously upset about the whole situation. The thing that makes me the most mad, though, is the fact that TMZ reported it before the Bryant family knew, and that's pretty shady on their part.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And that's how they had to find out, and that in and of itself is just awful, but especially the tragedy, not only losing both the Bryants, but all of those families involved. I heard there was
the baseball coach from a local Los Angeles high school.
I heard
it was a college.
Yeah.
Obviously
Orange County College.
Obviously the pilot died.
I guess there was a junior girl in high school. Her mom, dad, and her sister died, and it's just her that wasn't on the plane. So it's not just Kobe. I mean, obviously, rip Kobe, but rip all those people that it happened to.
Another thing too, with the TMZ thing, I thought they said that they got it from the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. Am I wrong about that?
I don't know what TMZ originally reported, but I know all the backlash that was coming out was against TMZ reporting it before the Bryant family knew. So
I thought that that's where they got it from.
If that is the case, that's very negligent and self-centered reporting by TMZ.
It really didn't.
Also by the county sheriff's department, because if they're the ones that gave it to
correct.
TMZ,
if it's first responders giving that out, definitely. I don't know. It just shows how
it really didn't sink in for me until I got home that night, and I was just kind of like, "Fuck."
It just shows.
I had a hard time falling asleep that night too, and obviously, most people that are basketball fans, who's the first basketball player you'd learn about as a kid? Michael Jordan. I grew up in a Lakers house, and starting to watch basketball around 8 years old. First person I ever knew of, Kobe Bryant, and that's when Pau Gasol was there, Derek Fisher was there, Lamar Odom, Andrew Bynum, those what were to become championship teams of 2009 and 10 that I got to see grow right in front of me as a really young basketball fan. Kobe was the epicenter of that whole thing. He was the guy for me. He was the first basketball player I ever knew of. He was the guy for me until he retired. The first thing I thought of when I saw that he died was just how crazy it was watching that last game, the 60 points, and they re-aired it on ESPN, and it was very, very emotional for me and my dad, who I was watching it with, and it was just every time even that the camera would switch over to his wife and his daughters on the bench, it's just
heartbreaking.
Yeah, I remember when I found out about it through a group chat as well, and I was just sitting here playing video games, and I remember looking at it and I was like, this has got to be false. Like this is one of those things, a lot of celebrities have had fake death stories come out about them, but I was like, they can't be Kobe. Kobe is you think of impactful people who've we've lost,
he grew the game like no other player.
Michael Jackson, Amy Winehouse, those types of people who were idols and legends in their own right, to lose them is so devastating. And the fact that it wasn't even with Michael Jackson and Amy Winehouse, obviously it was a lot involved with drugs and overdose. Kobe, this was just some freak accident.
It really just goes to show you how precious life is.
He had a lot ahead of him too.
And people talk about all the time, how he had it figured out after he got out of basketball, how he was investing, how he was in all of these different enterprises and being a businessman and all this stuff. And it just,
I was really hopeful that he'd end up working for the Lakers in some kind of front office position too, because his basketball knowledge is unprecedented.
Another thing too, to go with your point, was obviously everyone knows Michael Jordan, but for kids our age,
It was Kobe.
it was Kobe.
That
Like, Kobe-
that was our clone of Michael Jordan.
And like growing up, I remember like being like a Celtics fan with Paul Pierce, Rajon Rondo, Kevin Garnett facing Kobe. It's like it was Kobe was the other side, and like normally if you're a fan of a team, you hate somebody like Kobe. Like I feel like no one ever like really hated Kobe.
It's like a
because
Derek Jeter thing.
It's like you just respect the guy.
He was just so good for
Like,
so long.
So good for so long. He was the only person to get like really close to Michael Jordan, and like I don't know, it's just his impact not just on basketball but the entire world is crazy to me.
Rip Kobe.
Rip Kobe.
Indeed.
This podcast is dedicated to Kobe. This episode, rest in peace. And they definitely should, I think, redo the logo to make it Kobe.
I think they said that they weren't, but I agree with you. I don't see any reason why they shouldn't. I guess they have their reasons, but I would do it.
Yeah, I don't understand why they wouldn't. I know that the Mavericks have said that no one's ever going to wear 24 again.
A lot of other players are unofficially retiring the number 2.
Yeah, I don't know if it should be like officially retired throughout basketball.
I saw an idea
It should be
Twitter.
team. It should be team by team.
Yeah, I saw an idea around Twitter too that one team on the All-Star game should wear 8 and the other team should wear 24.
I don't
Something like that would be pretty cool.
I would rather that than whatever they said today, where the last quarter is an untimed quarter to 24 points.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't really understand that.
No, that's the league getting their hands in it. It's like let the players decide. Let the people who knew Kobe, played with Kobe, all these people that look up to Kobe. Let them
I'm
decide
sure
what they
players
want.
saw that and were like, "Excuse me."
It should
what
be.
does that mean?
It should be one team playing purple 8s and one team playing yellow 24s.
Yeah.
That's what it should be.
Yeah, I think so too. Even if they made it like a Lakers jersey,
That's
like,
fine.
Why not?
Yeah, just like a Lakers style. I mean, obviously, I'm sure they have the jerseys for the All-Star game already figured out because they got to sell them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it would have been cool if they
that's
did it
whole
in like a
marketing
Lakers
thing.
style.
Maybe they'll do something in the warm-ups for like maybe a number or a jersey or
Where is the All-Star game?
It was in Charlotte, but it got moved. I'm not 100%
Again?
I don't know either.
Sure. No, that happened a while ago.
It's not Atlanta, is it?
Well, I know a few years ago it got moved from Charlotte because of the whole, I don't know, it was like a political thing and it got moved back down to New Orleans. But
Let me see. It is. Oh, Chicago.
okay.
Oh, okay.
I think that might have actually been scheduled already.
Oh, you know what? I do remember seeing that because they wanted D Rose to get in to go back to Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
He's been really good this year. I'm not
He
going to
has
say
been.
he's an all-star, but he's on the I mean, in the East,
He
he
might
might
get in with
actually
the
be an
fan vote.
all-star. That's true. Well, did they announce the reserves today? I thought they did.
Yeah, we can take a look at those. To my knowledge, I know Jason Tatum was on there for the East. Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo made it.
Which he should have. I am a
He's
big...
a solid player, man.
All right, all-star reserves for the East. Ben Simmons, Kyle Lowry, Jason Tatum, Jimmy Butler, Chris Middleton, Bam Adebayo, DeMontis Sabonis.
And then the West is Devin Booker, Paul George, and we're looking at snubs here. Hold on.
Yeah, Devin Booker didn't
Wow, I
make
just
it.
screwed up. I started looking at snubs. I'm like, yeah, there's the team. I know Rudy Gobert's there. Okay, Donovan Mitchell, Brandon Ingram, Nikola Jokic, Chris Paul, and Russell Westbrook. And
Westbrook should not.
And Damian Lillard. Westbrook should not be an all-star.
It should be Booker over Westbrook.
100%.
Booker's had a great year. And Phoenix isn't really as bad as they have been.
No, I was gonna say it's kind of like a Timberwolves situation, but they haven't had as much time to grow with their young core as the Timberwolves had.
They've never had a point guard either. This
No.
is their first year with a real point guard.
I was thinking the other day that the Timberwolves are just an absolutely pathetic situation. That front office has absolutely destroyed the potential that this team could have had.
I mean, me and Nolan have talked about this, that 19-point loss they had the other night against the Kings.
Ridiculous!
You're up
They're
crazy.
They're
You're up-
15 and 32, and you have players like Andrew Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns who both have very good stats this year, and you had like Zach LaVine on your team too. And when that year all of them were averaging over 20, they still sucked.
They just can't hit it right.
No, it's kind of sad because it seemed like a really exciting up and coming team at one point.
And they're making Jimmy Butler look like a genius
Well, yeah.
getting out of there.
I mean, he kind of called that one. I'm not going to say he called Philadelphia, too, because we don't know where Philadelphia ends up, but they could be a disappointment this year too, depending on how they
I
finish.
feel like they're
Ben
always
Simmons.
like a disappointment.
I mean, unless they reach the finals, I would say it's a
They're
disappointment.
like Houston. They're like Houston in the East.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Let's get to it, boys.
I think we all know
Super
what we're waiting
Bowl-
for.
Super Bowl 52. Is it 52?
54.
54. Wow.
2
I
years
was off.
behind.
Wow, I was off. Super Bowl 54. There's Nolan's oopsie for the day. Let's get into it, fellas. I know you said Kansas City's opened up at -1.
It was originally it was a pick. So,
Originally was a pick.
and it is at -1 right now.
-1 Kansas City. Stop doing that.
Over under 54.
I can hear it. So where should we start? Should we start?
I say we just who do we like?
Who do we like? Who do you like, Antonio?
I'm going to be, I want Kansas City to win. I want to see Patrick Mahomes get a ring. I think it would be very entertaining because if Kansas City wins, that also means it's likely going to be a shootout and high-scoring game. What do I think is going to happen? I really think San Francisco is going to win this game.
I hate when me and Antonio agree. Unfortunately, I'm on the same page. I'm also on the over as well. It is a square bet because it is the Super Bowl. However, these two teams just have way too much firepower, and I think that this game goes over.
See, I think if the over hits, I think Kansas City wins. So I'm assuming this is not going to be a low-scoring game, but under 54.
I'd be very disappointed if this was a low-scoring game.
If this is like a 13-10 snooze fest, I'll be pretty upset, which I don't see how it could be, but you never know.
No one thought that last year either.
And it was 13-3.
I don't think that's happening again.
My just overall take on the game is as good as the Kansas City's defense has been, I don't know if you're ready for all the motion, all the
Death
power
by
run.
1,000 paper
Yeah,
cuts.
I just don't know. Like that's what killed them last year with New England. It's like San Francisco is fine taking their 5 yards every play, where most teams aren't.
Well, let's see what Nolan's pick is, and then we can really get in depth here about what we
Yeah,
think's gonna
so
happen.
all three of us agree.
San Fran.
I don't want to see the Chiefs win, like Antonio says.
I don't
want
either.
I don't want to see them win. My gut is telling me the 49ers are winning. Everybody is going with Kansas City. Kansas City's come out and been very cocky, saying all this shit about, the coach says every play they designed is designed to score a touchdown, and like all this other stuff, and like what
your
Clark
opponent
has
fire
been
like
saying,
that?
what Clark has been saying about like come on, bro, like
Don't give the opponent.
it's your first
Another
time
reason
here
to
in
go
what
out and get
50
ya.
years, and
I
this
feel
is
like every time there's a person talking during the Super Bowl, the other team wins.
Oh, absolutely.
like think about all the times that like safeties have like talked shit about Tom Brady, and he just comes out and he just carves
Torches
them up.
them.
Like Clark got it right last time when he talked shit about Derrick Henry, and they ended up winning, right? I don't think it for the Super Bowl. It's totally different. Like this is the first time you've been there in what 50 something years,
Yep.
and you're treating it like this, right?
Yeah, take it easy.
Like be respectful, be grateful that you got to this position. Don't use that as shit talking to the other team.
And it's most likely going to be one of those situations where they do end up losing after they talk, all this shit, and then next time they do get there, they're going to be all quiet.
So if you believe D Ford will back up his trash talk, plus 150 for a sack.
D Ford's
Well, it was
nasty.
Clark.
Or Clark. I think there's hold on. There's odds for him too.
I can't believe they traded D Ford still.
I was thinking of D Ford, not Frank Clark.
It's still wild to me that they did that.
Frank Clark, where are your odds? I would guess it's around the same, but I could see him having a sack too.
I could.
I don't know. There's a lot of you can basically bet anything in this game. Any sort of play you can think of, you can bet in this game.
Oh yeah, no, I realize that, but I'm saying like,
Well, he's got to back it up. What
I
else is he gonna? How are you gonna talk all that junk?
but it seems like most of the time when this happens, when someone talks this much shit, they can't back it up.
So he's got to go out there and prove it then.
Like he talked all that shit about Derrick Henry. He didn't stop Derrick Henry every single play.
Correct. It's a team. I mean,
It was a team thing,
Yeah.
right? So this time he's making it about himself. He's got to back it up himself, not his team. He's got to go out and stop Jimmy Garoppolo.
Antonio. You think What do you think San Francisco wins by roughly? Just as a,
I do think it's going to be a close game.
I think it's by 7, by a touchdown.
San Francisco 7-12 plus 550.
I can see this being like a 24-16 game or something like that. Maybe a little higher scoring than that. Maybe like a 28-20. Really not sure, but
So San Francisco wins by 1-6 plus 410. San Francisco wins by 7-12 plus 550.
I think this is a really situational game, though. You think about all the different kinds of scenarios that these teams could be put in. Like at the end of the game, with say a minute 30 left, and it's Mahomes on the field instead of Garoppolo, you're going to have the confidence Mahomes can do that in that situation, drive his team down. If Garoppolo's got to do that, minute 30 left, and he's got to throw the ball, how confident are you in that?
I don't know, only because
I'm confident in that.
I'm confident in that only because of his tutelage and where he came from, and I think this.
Well, yeah, that does make a lot of sense.
I think he's been waiting for this.
He's
gotten to see Brady do it.
I kind of just talked myself into a different MVP. Maybe I could see Garoppolo winning MVP easily.
I could too.
Oh, me too.
So like, I don't know.
Wait, who did you think?
I'm just
MVP?
saying, if you get into that
You had
situation,
George.
I have Kittle. I bet Kittle and I bet Bosa.
I just think if you get into that situation and Mahomes is on the field, then it's a much higher probability of them winning than, say, if you have Garoppolo on the field in that game-winning drive type thing.
I get what you're saying.
But
100%.
another different, kind of scenario to think about is, I think the coin toss is really important. And whoever, this sounds so dumb, but whoever wins that coin toss, I think, is going to take the ball first because that is going to completely set the tone for the game. If San Francisco gets it first,
it's 49ers.
Heads or tails?
Oh,
tails.
oh
Heads.
Tails never fails.
I'm saying heads.
I
Tails never
always
fails.
say heads, so I'm going tails. But
I always pick tails.
San
That's gonna be
Francisco
heads.
gets the ball first, and they're just going to immediately start that run the ball death by 1,000.
I think
paper
San
cuts.
Francisco gets the toss though.
Team to win coin toss: San Francisco, Kansas City.
and they're
both
going to take the ball.
Minus 101 or something.
minus 110.
Yeah,
They'll take the ball, set the tone for the game, that it's a really slow-paced game. If they can score on that first drive with a running-based offense like that, and they do say stop Kansas City on Kansas City's first possession, then that's going to be tough because they're going to keep Kansas City off of the field.
Well, the problem is then all of San Francisco's players can pin their ears back and go after Mahomes with their amazing defensive line. So that's part of the reason why I bet Bosa is if they go up 7-0 and then Bosa has like 3 sacks and a forced fumble or something, he could easily win the MVP.
You've seen stuff like that in Super Bowls before. The Patriots do stuff like that.
Well, they're
all the time.
Their
And
thing
it started with Belichick, way back when K-Gun offense with the Bills and the Giants. Giants ran the ball the whole time, kept Jim Kelly off the field.
Their thing is they're going to run 4 defensive linemen the whole time, and they're going to drop 7 in coverage.
Yep.
And that's how you beat a good quarterback. You cannot bring more than 4. And you're going to have to mix up your looks in the secondary, but at the same time, if you're getting there in 3 seconds, Mahomes not going to have a lot of time to throw the ball.
Wow, you can bet the final score, the exact final score for either team. What?
San Fran's going to put up 28,
21.
Plus
28,
1,200.
27.
Plus
They won by
1,200.
28 plus 1,200.
I hope this game doesn't end with a field goal.
I mean, it's amazing how many times in the Super Bowl it comes down to the last drive.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, right.
I wonder how that works out all the time.
Another prop I bet on was, will there be a Hail Mary attempted? Plus 750.
Yeah, Super Bowls always come down to it.
I mean, you would think at one point there would be a Hail Mary at least at the end of the half, or if not at the end of the half.
Because if it ends up being a game-winning drive type situation, that normally happens, and the other team gets the ball with like 20 seconds left.
You're gonna have to throw it.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be Jimmy G comes down, puts together a drive. They would have been tied. They go up by 7.
And then Mahomes has to throw it
Mahomes
deep.
has to throw Hail Mary at the end of the game.
But
I
all
can
in all,
so see that happening.
that
Being said, it definitely is going to happen because we can see it clearly.
Right.
It's always the unexpected. So let's think about that. What's the unexpected that you think could would happen? Something so far out that you think it might happen. Because one of those things always happens in the Super Bowl. Like, think about
offensive lineman throws a touchdown.
the cursed catch in the Seahawks Super Bowl, the Edelman catch in the Falcons Super Bowl, Tyree helmet catch. Like, Think about
like an iconic moment for this one.
I could see like Raheem Mostert just having like 6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Not even kidding. Like literally just pounding the ball every single time. And then we're like, this is the best team we've ever seen.
Or like a T.O.-esque day from Tyreek Hill.
I could see Mahomes throwing a pick 6.
Ooh. That's interesting. I like that one.
That would be mine. Is Mahomes throwing a pick 6?
I mean, 6 is a lot, but I could see Mostert having like more than 3. Like,
yeah, easily.
So if he does what he did in the NFC title game, like, I mean, obviously they have a great chance to win if he has 4 touchdowns.
That being said, what's his yards for this game? His over/under yards for this game.
Let's see.
Last time they got it so wrong. It started at 39.5 and then ended at 59.5.
The funny thing is you called it out right away too.
I know, bro. I should have fucking bet on it. Fuck.
Then he goes out with a concussion in the first quarter.
What had it too is when Coleman got hurt.
Oh yeah, then it was money.
It was all Mostert.
All right, we got Raheem Mostert rush attempts over under 16.5. Raheem Mostert rushing yards over under 74.5.
Okay, so they pumped it up a lot.
Yeah, sounds reasonable.
Let's see.
But how are Tevin Coleman and Matt Breida right? Like, is Tevin Coleman good? Have we looked at that?
I think they're saying he might play, but they're not really sure.
If he plays, Kyle Shanahan's going to be
Tevin
like,
Coleman wants to play so bad.
Debo Samuel over under 4.5 catches. I like the over.
Oh.
Plus
4.5?
Plus 115 for the over.
What? That's literally the Mostert 39.5 when I saw that.
I might have to make a lot of bets this weekend.
We got Debo Samuel over under 56.5 yards.
I would pick him as like scoring the first touchdown.
I don't know about over on yards because I do think he catches a touchdown.
Let me see if I can find first touchdown. Keep going, Antonio.
I know,
but I think it'll definitely be over on catches.
I think Mostert was at the top for first touchdown, right?
Yep.
I remember seeing it. It was like plus what, 600, 300, 600,
somewhere in that ballpark. Why can't I find it now? They never make.
I think some page posted it. Was it Barstool?
Probably. They post everything. I wish I could just type it in. That would be a lot easier, you know. What other props can we talk about? So I'm still on red for the game. What is it?
So we were talking about the Gatorade thing, right?
Yeah.
Sal, you had a bet on the Gatorade.
I bet on red.
You bet on red.
I mean, I said that last week, but I just.
What was number one last week?
Yellow.
Yellow, right? It was like, whatever. Remember we saw the numbers?
Yeah.
Green.
Purple shot down.
Get this. Purple was plus 1,400. Which one did I say it was going to be, Sal?
Purple.
It's minus 133.
Yeah.
It moved from plus.
You don't know. You don't bet on that. You don't bet on that. That's all right. If I've ever seen bait, that is bait. They want you to take that so badly.
If I could get the
I feel
the
like
meme
it's
of
always
SpongeBob,
red.
The meme of SpongeBob when he finds out Squidward likes Krabby Patties, that would be.
Anytime I see a
Gatorade
Gatorade shower, I swear to God, it's always red.
I swear it's always purple.
No, it's like always orange.
We'll have to do our research on this.
I don't even know. Like, I love how that's a bet.
I feel like football is always red and basketball is always purple.
Wow, you might be right. All right, I got him. Player to score the first touchdown: Raheem Mostert plus 550, Damian Williams 6-1, Tyreek Hill 6.5-1, Travis Kelce 7-1, Kittle 8-1, Samuel 9.5-1, Sanders 11-1, Coleman 12-1, Watkins 13.5-1. After that, you're kind of really just taking
Damian Williams and Tevin Coleman.
I bet on Mr. Emmanuel Sanders to score the first touchdown.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I think they'll run a little like skinny post for him or something on the 20-yard line. He'll just catch it, have a nice little celebration. I saw a bet. It was, will someone honor Kobe Bryant and a touchdown celebration? And yes was like minus 300 or something.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, someone's definitely doing that.
No matter who it is.
Who do you guys going to be some kind of controversy? Like, did he actually honor Kobe Bryant here? We don't know, so we're not going to give you the money.
Yeah, no,
for
they
that.
love that.
No, he would like throw up a 24 or like have something like a.
It said like any reference to 8 or 24 or clear reference to basketball was like graded as a win.
Oh, someone's definitely doing a Kobe post fade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that would be sick.
Odds to win Super Bowl MVP. Do we have a pick from either of you guys? Like I said, I bet Bosa and who did I bet? Bosa and Kittle.
Mine
Two
would
bets.
be Jimmy G because I feel
Yeah.
like it's always a quarterback.
I agree. Over 50% of the time, it ends up being a quarterback.
So that's another bet. MVP award.
Plus 240 honestly on here.
Yep, Garoppolo. I got plus 280. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I do believe that if the 49ers win this game, Garoppolo's going to have to throw the ball a lot more than he has. And because I think the Niners win this game, I do think that's going to happen. I think he's going to be successful with that. So I can see 2 or 3 touchdowns, over 300 yards. To me, that's enough to get you the Super Bowl MVP if you're a quarterback.
MVP award goes to quarterback, minus 172. Any other position, plus 135.
Oh, okay. That's a better bet, I'd say.
Let's see. Will President Trump congratulate the winning team on Twitter? Yes, minus 500. No, plus 300.
Imagine taking no when he doesn't.
I mean,
What if he gets impeached and he just doesn't want to do anything, and he's just sitting there in a dark room, not doing anything?
hold on. Where did you see that purple thing?
On Barstool Bets.
I have purple at 10-1 on my site right now. Do I bet that?
I think where did they say it was from?
Man, no, not purple Gatorade.
Point Bet USA. Where did I see? Barstool Bets said something different.
Purple was at 1,400 last week. I remember that
Just
much.
says Points Bet USA.
Has dropped it to minus 133.
Oh, it says minus 143. Orange is plus 475. Clear water.
Clearwater's plus 300.
Yeah, mine says 250.
All right, here's what.
How lame is that though? If
Yeah,
it
let's
ends
do
up
it.
being water,
No, it's
bro. It's not called a water bath. It's called a Gatorade.
I feel like the
bath.
players on the bench all drink water, but there's just always Gatorade there.
Am I
They
supposed?
always
Yeah,
just
this
leave
is for
one
after.
for the Gatorade.
Am I?
bath.
Am I supposed to bet on purple if I have 10-1?
It's not going to be purple.
But is it? Does it?
Don't bet it though, Sal, because then it's not going to be.
Yeah,
purple.
then it's
you
not-
already bet red, so
It's
just
red.
leave it.
It's going to be red.
So just leave it. Red's at plus 250. So that definitely went down.
Yeah, red was at plus 300 last week.
Yeah.
So all of them, have
Fellas,
gone, basically
no, so
all of
you're-
them have
you're
gone
fine.
down.
What if there's no Gatorade shower?
Then you just don't win or lose your bet. You get your money back.
Oh.
All
I'm
right,
sure you could bet on that.
Sidebar, because I just have to talk about it. I can't stop thinking about it. It just popped up on my Twitter. Tom Brady. Did you see what he posted?
Yeah,
Yep.
that has nothing to do with anything. I think he's just trying to get people horny.
He is.
Well, yeah.
He is playing the ultimate mind game. Listen to me, Sal. He's just dropping breadcrumbs, right? And he's leading everyone to believe all this crazy stuff, right? Whether he's leaving or not. I'm not trying to be biased. So, obviously I want him to stay because I'm a Pats fan. But I'm just saying he is playing this so well.
I mean, he's Tom Brady.
He is playing the
Yeah.
ultimate chess game. He knows it's Super Bowl week. He wants
not there.
all the talk
Mhm.
to be about Tom Brady.
He's not in the Super Bowl, so
And
he's
where he's
bring
going.
the attention back to me, sir.
I think it's just masterful, honestly. He's going to force Robert Kraft to
Pay him a lot of money.
pay the biggest check to Tom Brady.
Mhm.
He might just hand over a blank
Yeah, no,
check.
he might go in the office and just start screaming his head off I took pay cuts every year I've
Yeah.
been here. You give me $900 billion right now or I'm going to Tampa Bay.
He might force him to give him part ownership of the fucking Patriots.
I think that probably already happened, if I'm being honest.
Oh, you really think so?
Oh, yeah.
Is that allowed to happen if you play for the team?
No, but it happens.
Nope.
I bet they have that deal though. If they do write down this deal, they say, "Okay, after I retire, you give me part ownership of the Patriots." I could so see that happening.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What did you find?
Patrick Mahomes leads Chiefs in rushing yards. Yes, plus 250.
Remember the AFC Championship game with the Pats and Broncos where Peyton Manning and Tom were the leading rushers for their teams?
Really?
Yeah.
Was that the? Oh, that was
That was
the
the
game
year the Broncos won.
by 1 point.
2015.
Yeah, the Gostowski extra point.
What a crap game.
But yeah,
Gostkowski loves missing extra points in big games.
Peyton and Brady had the longest runs for their team in that game. So,
Will a fan run on the field? Yes, plus 700. No, minus 1,600. I don't know. Maybe.
you know, I like that Mahomes bet. I can.
Well, with the whole Kobe thing, someone might come out with like a Kobe jersey and like just run out on the field.
I mean,
like, they get so drunk.
I don't know what the cap to bet on that is, but some idiot is probably going to bet on it and then run on the field.
Like say it was in like LA, say this was the new stadium and they played in LA, I would so bet that.
Yeah.
So bet yes.
Will any player throw a ball in the stands after a touchdown? Yes, plus 300.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
they always do that.
Yeah.
They love doing that.
What's the line?
Yes, plus 300.
Really?
No, minus 475.
I would parlay that with the yes to that, and the Kobe the Kobe Bryant thing. The
Plus 300?
Plus
That's a joke.
Plus 300. they know something we don't know.
Is that rigged?
It could be.
Okay,
Well, if there are no touchdowns scored, it can't happen either.
there are gonna be touchdowns.
I'm
scored.
just kidding. But like, if there's not,
I want to go back to that Mahomes rushing bet. I like that bet a lot because I can see San Francisco kind of bottling up the run and, maybe Mahomes rushing for 56 yards.
So you parlay that with the Kobe tribute with the throwing the ball in the
Yeah.
stands.
That's a hearty check.
Like that's got to be a really good payout.
Will the winning team visit the White House? Yes, minus 400.
Yes is minus 400.
No is plus 250.
I feel like the trend, like when Trump first got in office,
people weren't.
If
people
the
were like,
Niners win,
nah.
they're going.
Yeah, but if the Chiefs win, are they going?
Maybe Andy Reid's going to be like, guys, he's got fast
Andy
food at the
Reid.
White House.
Andy Reid probably loves Trump, dude.
Ready for this one? Super Bowl MVP, first mention after getting an award. Teammates, God, coach, winning city, family, other.
Oh, God.
God is
It's always God.
Well, if it was basketball, it would be God.
teammates are
always
plus
God.
150. God is plus 250. Coach is plus 500. And then it's way too high after that.
I feel like football, it's always teammates, and basketball, it's always God.
Yeah, my bet would be teammates.
Clip pic of Joe Montana playing with the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, plus 150. No, minus 200. I could see that.
Yes.
Yeah, right? They'll make mention of Montana playing for the Chiefs.
If the Niners are in the Super Bowl, then they're talking about Joe Montana.
Oh, like anytime during the broadcast they talk about it?
Nolan will like this.
Oh, here we go.
Will Drake be shown during broadcast? Yes, plus 400. No, minus 650. Will he be there in Miami?
That tells me that he's gonna be there.
Will Drake pick or promote a team on Instagram? Yes, minus 133.
Oh, no, I think he learned his lesson.
No, minus 105.
He hasn't done that.
He hasn't done that in a long time.
And I don't think he really likes the NFL too much. So I would say no to both of those things. Unless Drake is there.
That's
But I've
something-
never seen
Is he
Drake.
friends with anyone on the teams?
I don't
That's
think
just
so,
something
no.
that you throw sprinkle $10 on the yes.
If I swear to God, if Sunday morning I see a post with Drake and the
At the
San Francisco
game.
49ers, I am going to shoot myself because that means the Chiefs are going to win.
Sal, I've never seen him promote like football.
Yeah.
I've never seen him at an NFL game. It's strictly basketball,
Have I seen
and then
him
he
in a
goes to the
college football
Toronto Maple
jersey?
Leafs games.
I could say no to the first one, but if he
I feel like I've seen him wear a college football jersey for something.
if he picks a team on Instagram, I'll be really
That's crazy that's even a bet.
bet on it.
No. Because no is minus 800.
Oh,
yeah, like
which
I said,
one?
you just
The-
sprinkle,
No for both.
$10 on yes, and maybe you
It would
win
be plus
$65.
It'd be like plus.
If you parlayed those two,
It'd be like plus 140.
it's not worth it. It's really not worth it.
Let's see. Any other good ones? Will there be a flea flicker attempted? Yes, plus 275.
What's the no?
Minus 400.
I don't think I've ever seen either one of those teams.
Will there be a power outage? Yes, plus 5,000.
That's crazy. What site is this on?
5 dimes.
Oh my god.
You can literally bet anything.
Will there be a power outage? If it was
That's
49ers versus Ravens, then yes.
Let's see. What the hell? Chains brought onto field to measure over under 1.5.
Oh,
Under.
Over.
Under.
Over.
Oh, under.
Over.
Over's plus 135. Under's minus 182. They bring it out once, and then the whole game you're like, are they going to bring it out again?
Yeah.
They bring it out the first series of the game and then never again.
Like, oh, see, are they going to bring out the chains for this one?
Wow, I love this one. Will a player other than a quarterback take a direct snap? Yes, minus 167. 100%. And one of those two offenses, a wide receiver or a running back, will take a snap. They both have formations like that.
Oh, yeah. No, Tevin Coleman's definitely taking a snap.
Tevin Coleman or Tyreek Hill or Mecole Hardman, like one of them will take.
But I feel like they do jet sweeps. Harmon
they'll do
and-
jet sweeps, but they'll also put them directly on our center.
Really?
Damian Williams. I've definitely seen packages with Damian Williams directly on our center too. They definitely do that.
The only team I've seen do that consistently is the Titans with Derrick Henry.
They love doing that.
Yeah. That's the only team I've seen do it consistently.
Demi Lovato. Over under 2 minutes and 1 second national anthem.
Oh, over.
Minus 167.
The over's minus 167? Yeah, because it's so fucking obvious.
Under plus 124.
Who's doing the halftime show?
No, Demi
No,
Lovato national anthem.
Yeah, I know, but who's doing the halftime show?
Shakira and J-Lo.
Shakira and J-Lo.
Oh.
I'm all for J-Lo, but not Shakira.
First coach to be shown during national anthem.
Oh, Andy Reid.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid plus 110.
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid plus 110. Kyle Shanahan plus 120. No coach is shown plus 350. Rob Saleh plus 550.
What, the offensive
Defensive coordinator for
the Chiefs?
Niners.
Niners? Oh, yeah. No, they've shown him a lot.
I don't know. That one's sneaky.
But no way they're showing him before any of the head coaches.
First
That's like a production thing.
First quarterback to be shown. Patrick Mahomes minus 149. Jimmy Garoppolo plus 110.
Jimmy
G.
I like Jimmy.
I like Jimmy G, though, in that one. So I was just getting ideas from us, so he's going to go
I
home.
don't.
He's going to go home and put a massive parlay on all these props.
Like they want to show Patrick really bad just to be like Patrick. Like the NFL loves.
Oh,
that.
the NFL wants Patrick to win so bad.
First tight end shown. Kittle, Kelsey, both the same odds.
I feel like they're like the same person almost.
They'll show Kittle before they show Kelsey.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah, Kelsey's been. They're like, yeah, Kelsey, you're cool, but Kittle's like the new guy. So they're like, yeah, Kittle. Dude, I love George
These
Kittle.
teams have a lot of parallels.
Will they mention that Jimmy Garoppolo started with Patriots? Yes.
Excuse me?
Yes, plus 100.
That's the freest money.
That's
Okay,
the
do
most
that
weird thing I've
with
ever
the
heard. They're not
Kobe-
going to say
Dude,
anything.
no, Sal.
Whoa, really?
No, because that's insane.
No is minus 139.
Like they should
Sal.
say that in the first minute of the broadcast.
Dude, that with the Kobe.
With Drake.
No,
Oh.
that's the worst bet. No,
Oh.
with No, that's the
Drake,
worst.
no.
one.
I thought you were saying no.
No.
I'd just stay away from that. I'm all set.
I
with
would
the
just
Drake
parlay
bet.
that with Kobe. That's like the freest money.
Or you can parlay
Like,
it
is
with
that a joke?
Because the Kobe yes was plus something, right?
No, Kobe yes is minus 300.
Oh,
Kobe no is like plus 250 or something.
okay. So I would do that with the Kobe. With
That-
the throwing the ball into the stands.
Okay.
With what was the other one that was like really obvious? Oh, Andy Reid
That's probably like 12 to 1.
with Demi Lovato over.
You're looking at like a 20 to 1 parlay right there.
I might not bet on the game. I might just do props.
Props are fun.
I would do that right now if I could. I would bet that parlay right now before the odds change.
I'm still thinking about Purple Gatorade. I'm not gonna lie.
How much of a trap it is, or how
I don't know why
how
would
free
it,
it
go
was to take it at 14.
Well, I have it at 10.
1400.
That's the
No, I'm betting on that this moment.
Purple Gatorade.
No.
With
I just-
the prop.
I just
Which
don't.
prop?
Hold on. Wait till after the podcast. We'll do that. We'll keep going. Will they show highlights of Donovan McNabb throwing up? I feel like they do that every Super Bowl, though. I'm not even kidding. I feel like every Super Bowl I see that. Yes, plus 800. No, minus 20.
Yeah, they'll be like, well, Donovan McNabb last week called out Terrell Owens.
Imagine if someone throws up and then they're like, oh, Donovan McNabb.
Wow.
That would be insane.
Like they show a fan or something.
What if
throwing
Andy
up.
Reid throws up?
Wow. Like too much Red Lobster before or something. There aren't too many more left. Which will be higher? Russell Westbrook points rebounds, assists versus Pelicans. Patrick Mahomes pass attempts.
Wait, what was the Russell Westbrook?
Points, rebounds, assists versus
He might be
Pelicans.
the worst player
Added
in the NBA.
together?
Yep. Versus Patrick Mahomes pass attempts.
What's the odds on that?
Minus 167 Russell, plus 120 Patrick.
Russell's going to
I don't want to bet on that.
put that in the parlay too.
No one should bet on that.
George Kittle, Travis Kelce receiving yards. Which will be higher?
George.
Hold on, wait. No, George Kittle, Travis Kelce receiving yards plus 10.5. Georgetown St. John's total points minus 10.5. So you can bet the total of a game against Kittle and Kelsey's receiving yards, and you're getting 10 points.
Wait, what was the Georgetown one?
Georgetown St. John's total points in their game.
How many is it?
Oof.
I thought you said 10.5. I was like, wait, what?
No, you're getting 10.5 with Kittle and Kelsey. So it's minus 10.5 with the points.
And that's receiving like catches?
Is this like the only way to bet sports?
Yards.
Like rigged
Yards?
rigged
10.5? I'm so confused, sorry. I'm way lost on this one.
Georgetown St. John's total points have to be 11 more points than Kittle and Kelsey combined yards. There's no total out.
Wow, that's a real fucking brain jerker, eh? What the fuck, dude? Who's over there at 5 Dimes just writing these up? They're like,
I don't know.
What if we do this?
They're
like, yeah, put them all in.
James Harden total points versus Pelicans minus 7.5. Super Bowl first half total points plus 7.5. So James Harden has to score 8 more points than the first half total. And I would say 100%.
I don't like James Harden
Oh,
lately.
yeah, though.
James Harden will score like 40.
Sometimes I look
But
at
it's
like his
against the
points though, and it's
Pelicans,
like
though.
18.
James Harden will score like 45 against the Pelicans. So you're telling me there's going to be 38 first half points? No way. So I actually really like that bet. How many players will attempt to pass over?
I'm gonna leave basketball out of the Super Bowl. I'm all set with
Yeah,
those.
no, I don't like these basketball ones, but
How many players will attempt to pass over under 2.5?
I don't know. They do like those jet sweep plays where they go
So
misdirection.
really, only one other person other than Garoppolo or Mahomes has to throw a pass. So if a QB gets hurt, then that counts.
Yeah, didn't they run that with Tyreek Hill a couple times?
I feel like they do that all the time. Andy Reid loves that.
Yeah, they're breaking that one out. It won't be the wildcat play. It'll be that play where they do the
jet sweep.
The jet sweep, misdirection,
Yep.
and then Tyreek Hill will throw it to the corner to Kelsey or somebody or Hardman.
I'm seriously gonna put $100 on them mentioning Garoppolo on the broadcast.
That's so funny.
You know what I think would be a value bet that's like good enough to where you think it's going to hit because it's so underpriced is like probably Sammy Watkins, like total catches.
It's probably 2.5 really juiced is my guess, or it's 3.5, but the under's really juiced. I would say it's probably like over 2.5 minus 150. If I can find it, I will tell you.
So I would throw that into a parlay.
It'll take me a minute to find it. What?
Do you like that, Antonio?
What was
Because
it?
I feel like everyone's forgetting about Sammy Watkins. They love Mecole Hardman. They love.
Yeah, remember the
Tyreek
first
Hill.
game of the season where Sammy Watkins had like 700 yards?
That's right. That was before anyone knew who Hardman was.
Yeah, and
but
then the next week Hardman was like, "Whoa,
Sammy Watkins.
here's you."
Sammy Watkins pass receptions over under 3.5.
what's the odds on it?
Minus
Really?
minus 125 over.
I would throw that into a parlay.
Wow, the iconic moment in the Super Bowl is going to be a Sammy Watkins catch.
Ew, that's disgusting.
No, that's disgusting.
It'll be like
Guys,
it'll be Kittle breaking like 4 tackles. That's what it'll be.
Oh, yeah,
I was really
Kittle.
hoping. I was really thinking you guys would be like, "Wow, yeah."
No,
No,
that's
because
Sammy-
Sammy Watkins is gross, but I think he'll definitely get more than 3 catches
Whatever.
or 3.5, whatever.
I'm trying to find any other good ones.
Those are some ridiculous ones. Like with
I mean, you can really-
basketball.
Oh, yeah, I'm all set.
This is the best one. Total commercials aired over under 92.5.
I'd take the under because didn't they say a lot of people didn't want one because they jacked the price on them?
They still gotta air them though. I couldn't even tell you how many commercials are in the Super Bowl.
They'll just throw like NFL
Yeah,
commercials
what?
out
Why
there.
is that a-
They're just like, "Here's
Why
the
is
NFL
that a-
shop."
No, I feel like there's some money to be made though. on these if you parlay them together.
Hyundai is the first car commercial aired.
No, there's a lot of money to be made here. These props are good.
Wait, do you
Plus-
like that one, Antonio?
Plus 180, yes. Minus 260, no.
No,
Hyundai's the
car
first.
The first one? Oh, I don't know, but I know. Never mind. I was gonna say there's gonna be a car commercial for every brand. I was gonna say I know for a fact Chevy and
But
Ford are gonna be on
who's the
there.
first one? I feel like it's always the Ford F-150 commercial though.
Yeah. That might be the first.
But I feel like that's always for hockey though.
That might be the first commercial aired.
That might be because I watch Nesson a lot though. They love that on Nesson.
I don't really got too many more.
Wow. I wonder. This would be a good prop. What comes first, an insurance commercial or a car commercial?
Or a Doritos commercial.
I feel like car is always the first commercial. It's always a car commercial to start off, I feel like.
Well, because I
agree
read
with you on
that
that.
article and it said that companies were kind of like not jumping at the bit to get a Super Bowl commercial because they raised the price to like $5 million or something.
That's insane.
Last year was like $1 million.
You see, like everyone sees them, so I get it. But at the same time, that's just so much money to pay for one ad.
That's
like
got to be
90%
some.
of
That's
people that
for
see that commercial is like, yeah,
for
it's
like big
bullshit
companies
ad. I'm not
though.
gonna
For
buy it.
big companies, that's like their advertising budget for like the year. I feel like.
Kyle Juszczyk has a rush attempt plus 350. I like that. The 49ers fullback.
Oh yeah,
They'll give him a carry.
maybe a catch.
A catch.
Oh, I could so see them like being down at like the half-yard line or 1 yard line
and
and
giving it to him.
yeah.
And then him just
Receiving
spiking the shit out of the ball in the end zone after a touchdown.
Receiving yards over under 9.5 for Kyle Juszczyk.
Receiving yards.
Yards. They don't have his catches.
Oh, that's over.
I like 2 receptions for like.
Because think about it, he could
15
get one
yards.
catch.
Kyle
and get that.
Juszczyk first reception over 5.5 yards. Over under.
I like that one too. Wait, so it's 9.5 for total,
9.5 for total.
5.5 for first catch.
First catch. Yep.
You can get that with one. You can get that in one play.
Yep.
If he gets like an 11-yard reception,
You're good.
you're good. And it's probably plus money too, right? If you parlay them both.
You're not gonna be able to because it's like a correlated parlay. They won't let you do that.
That's stupid. They make all these ridiculous lines and then don't let you.
Raheem Mostert scores a touchdown in first half and second half, plus 500.
Wow.
That's a good bet.
He's only scoring in the first half.
Nolan goes, wow.
These are blowing my mind. Why are these these sound so obvious?
That's the
He
point.
is only scoring in the first half. He's going to score 2 in the first half, and then he's basically going to be gone.
Raheem Mostert over under 3.5 rushing yard. Wow, imagine if it was. First rush attempt over under 3.5 under.
Oh.
People love betting the over. It's gonna be a 3-yard carry.
No, under. What's the under?
Under is plus 115.
Oh, I like that.
Over is minus 135. Try to find a couple more, then we'll get out of here. Patrick Mahomes' first TD pass over under 15.5 yards. It's going to be way over. Over. Plus 115 for yes.
They're going to drive deep, and he's going to throw a 7-yard touchdown pass on like
Why
an
7?
out route to George Kittle.
Yeah.
Yeah, to George Kittle. Travis Kelce.
No is minus 130. Or under is minus 135.
Wow. Imagine placing a bet on Patrick Mahomes passing
Oh,
to
here
George
we go.
Kittle.
We got one here.
Sal's freaking out.
Patrick Mahomes passing yards first half or second half plus OT if there's OT. Minus 145 for second half. 100% second half. 100%.
Wait, he gets more in the second half than first half?
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. They do that
Oh, yeah.
every time. They do
Yeah,
that
they start out so slow. You know what I would bet on? 0 points for the Chiefs in the first quarter. They love
They
doing
love
that.
that.
That's good.
That was the freest money whenever the Patriots were in, but I feel like the Chiefs are the new Patriots in that sense.
Sammy Watkins' longest reception over under 20.5 yards.
He's going to catch
He's so slow, though.
He's going to catch like a 50-yard pass, and that's going to
For no
It's
reason.
going to be the catch of the game.
Because they might focus on him if Sherman is on Sanders or Debo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Oh, Sammy Watkins might have a big-ass game.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill pass
The
reception.
Chiefs are going to be in like the drive for a win situation. Patrick's just going to launch one 50 yards to like Sammy Watkins, and he's going to make some ridiculous catch.
Oh, I said Sanders I meant Tyreek. I said Tyreek and Harmon is what I meant to say. I said Sanders
Oh,
and
yeah.
Debo. No. Tyreek. So Sherman's got to be probably on. I don't know if he'd be on Tyreek though. I feel like Tyreek's way faster than him.
No, Sherman will be on Tyreek, but they'll put a safety over the top, and he'll just play underneath.
So then who's gonna be on Harmon?
Their third corner. I don't even know.
Oh man, Sammy Watkins might have like the freest day.
You said this last week, and you were right. I'm not saying you were wrong.
When did I say that?
Or 2 weeks ago with Mostert.
Yeah, no, it's Sammy Watkins for the Super Bowl.
Emmanuel Sanders pass receptions versus Sammy Watkins pass receptions.
Sammy Watkins is probably plus, right? Plus money.
Minus 135 for Sammy.
They're telling you something.
They are.
Wow.
There are some really good ones in here.
If you pick out the really good ones and just parlay them all together, Sal, there's money to be made.
There's free money on the board.
Like I just keep thinking about that Kobe one. That one is the most obvious.
Yeah.
No, Jimmy G's the most obvious. Mentioning him playing for the Patriots.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that one. No, yeah, that one is.
They're literally going to say that in the first minute and 30 seconds of the broadcast.
That's so funny.
Because they'll talk about how Tom texted him.
They'll say whatever they have to about him playing
They'll
for the
definitely
Patriots.
mention
Because if they bring Tom Brady into this, then they're going to bring Jimmy into it.
It's even money.
It's even?
Even money.
Dude, oh my
I thought
god.
you said it was like plus 150 or something.
No, even money.
I mean, I'm still going to put $100 on it.
So it's 100 to 100. That's not
That's
bad.
the freest $100 I think ever. No, dude, that's the freest money I think ever.
I don't know how they don't. How do they not mention that he played for or started for the Patriots?
I would be so pissed.
'Cause they're
Like,
gonna
say you
talk-
put a shit ton of money on that.
That's
and then
that's when it loses. That's how it goes.
and
They're
then
gonna
they
talk about
don't
that.
mention it the whole fucking game.
Oh,
The whole
yeah,
4
no, I
hours that
freak
the
out.
Super Bowl is going to be on, they don't mention it.
They
Does
have
it,
to.
Does it have to be during the game or can it be pregame?
No, it has to be during the game.
Oh, they're gonna fucking talk about it. There's no way.
So halftime-
especially. So say San Fran goes up big in the first half or whatever, and they gotta start shooting the shit and talking about how good Jimmy G is.
Quarterbacks are the focal point for the Super Bowl anyway, right? So they're
Yeah.
going to talk in depth about both of these quarterbacks, and that's
Watch,
going to
I'm not gonna bet it, and
that's-
they're gonna mention it in the first 30
and
seconds.
that's going to include.
It's gonna be after the kickoff, and Jimmy G will be running out, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, he played for the Patriots."
Yeah, they're going to say, well, of course, his 3-0 start with the Patriots back in so and so, and he's been such.
They're
a
gonna
great
show
winning
his
quarterback.
stats from when he was at the Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
and how many Super Bowls he's been to already.
Obviously.
Fuck off, dude.
They're going to be like, obviously, Jimmy Garoppolo already a Super Bowl champion as a backup with the Patriots, and that'll be the done deal. And I'll have
I don't have the
$100.
balls to bet on shit like this.
Does it never? It
No,
never
and I'm
happens.
telling you, I've never felt more sure about anything in my entire life. That is ridiculous.
I can't wait to listen back to this next week after the Super Bowl's over
And hear how many we got wrong.
and hear how many that we think are so obvious and never happen.
Ugh.
All
right.
right, we're all in here like crying, like
Out
I
of
lost
all of them,
$700.
like I joke about the Gatorade bath. Like I don't know if the Gatorade bath's gonna be red. Like I say it's a lock. Obviously, I don't know that. The one I'm most confident in, and I don't know why it's plus 750, is the fucking Hail Mary. How is there not a Hail Mary in the Super Bowl? You're telling me at the end of the half or at the end of the game they're not chucking one up.
I mean,
I get it's a yardage thing. I know you have to be in a certain span. But you're telling me you don't see Patrick Mahomes throwing a Hail Mary in this game, and they're like,
here's the
"Wow,
thing,
his
too.
arm, his gigantic arm, he can throw 80 yards. He can throw it out of the stadium." Like,
well, here's the thing too, right? So a lot of the times, the way these games end is San Francisco will go up. There'll be like a minute and a half left, right? And Patrick Mahomes will start putting this drive out, and they'll get to like midfield, and then he throws a pick, and then the game's over.
mm-hmm.
That's most of the time how these games end.
That's
Like,
true.
Whoever the quarterback is going for the game-winning drive will make a mistake or make a bad throw or get a fumble or like something like that. Like something always happens like that. They will never run it down like out of time in like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
It'll never run out of time where they still have the ball and have a chance and like they just run out of time. It's never going to happen like that where they throw it deep and the guy stays in bounds and it's at like 6 seconds. That's not going to happen. But would that be considered a Hail Mary though? If he chucks it 60 yards and the guy catches it in bounds, not in the end zone.
It doesn't. No. Yes, that is a Hail Mary.
That's a Hail Mary?
Yes,
Okay.
that's a Hail Mary. It doesn't have to be.
So I could see, yeah.
It does not have to be completed, and it does not have to touch the end zone. It just has to be a Hail Mary. Like, you know a Hail Mary when you see one.
Yeah, like three guys rushing, like
Drop back
5
pass,
wide,
yeah.
drop back pass. Patrick Mahomes holds
Sits
it
back
for
there
like
forever.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good bet though. Plus 750.
For the value you have on it, like $10 to win 75, I'm throwing $10 on it. I don't see why not.
What about you, Antonio? Do you think it's a good bet?
I certainly think it's a good bet. I think
So you think the most obvious is the Jimmy G one?
Out of all the ones we talked about,
1,000.
So let's make our one pick then.
okay. Well, I'm not going to take Hail Mary as my one pick.
Take something that you like, not as obvious.
The
but
over.
the over.
That's my one pick.
So
50,
are we?
is it still 54 and a half?
54 right now. Went down half a point today.
My pick.
Oh, I don't like that.
I don't care.
My pick to win the game is obviously San Francisco to cover and win, but
Your one pick is Jimmy G. It has to be.
yeah, it is Jimmy G,
For what?
Super Bowl MVP.
That's his one
Super
pick.
Bowl MVP. Okay. Mine is definitely going to be the catches for Sammy Watkins over. What'd you say? 2 or 3.5?
3.5.
Over 3.5. I think he gets 7 for like over 80 yards and maybe a touchdown.
I like it.
I don't know necessarily that he comes out and absolutely, fucking dominates.
But I'll have 4 catches.
But he'll have a heavy workload because I think that he'll be so open in that San Fran secondary.
it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a great game.
I can't wait for it.
It's going to be a great game.
San Francisco wins.
Yeah, I still am
28-21.
sad. I still am sad that like football is going to be over now.
I know, right?
But here's the thing, Sal. Are you going to watch the
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
XFL?
gonna say XFL. Yeah, I'll watch the XFL.
I mean, if it ends up being crap, I won't end up watching it. But if it turns out to be really competitive, like nice football, like
I hope it
I'll
works
watch it.
out because the AAF that was just that plunge.
I mean,
they just never really. What the XFL has like big funding behind it.
you gotta
yeah, and it has a history too.
Yeah,
you gotta watch something on Sundays. Like if I'm not watching
that's
NFL,
why they're so smart. I don't know if I talked about this before.
Yeah.
They're so smart for starting it right after football ends.
definitely
Because if it goes a month and people actually find shit to do when there's not football, so people have found shit to do by then they won't care about the XFL. If you started a week after the football,
Then you'll get, like,
If
Yeah.
there's no NFL and football is on TV, I'll watch it.
yeah.
yeah,
All right, guys.
then we'll go hockey heavy.
Right, hockey,
Yeah,
hockey,
basketball.
basketball,
And then obviously down the
God, I'm
road
so
we're gonna get
happy.
into some soccer too.
Champions League
That's
is
gonna
soon.
be fun.
Yep.
Champions League is in like a month
And then
or a little less.
3 weeks.
Yeah, and we've mentioned many times we are pumped for the Euros.
Yep.
And
Oh, I'm
obviously
so fucking
Copa America's
pumped
been
for
happening
the
too.
Euros.
but
I don't know if
Euros is
I might have given my Euro pick, but I found out the other day that the Euro final is in
it's in
England.
London. Yeah, it's gonna be all over the place this year.
The final's in England though, right?
Yeah.
I think England's gonna win at that point. They haven't won a major tournament in forever.
I don't want England to win.
I don't want England to
So-
win, but like I feel like England's gonna win now,
During
just
the-
because of that.
During
Like
the previous
I don't
World
think
Cup
so.
too, I was really
In
rooting
soccer
for,
though, Sal, it never works out like that.
I know it doesn't, but it feels like if it was ever in England time, like this is the England
No,
time.
but people. The last,
It's not going to be in the World Cup.
The last-
I can
no.
promise you, it's not going to be in the World Cup.
Well, in the last World Cup, even though I was really rooting for Croatia, I loved Croatia. I thought they were so fun to watch in like previous tournaments.
If they
too.
beat
I
France
was
in
so
the final,
happy
that
they
would've been
they
so
were
sick.
like successful. But I was convinced at a certain point that England was going to win, and I was convinced that because I hated them so much, and that's just what happened.
I don't know. I could see it in Euro 2020. That I don't think that's my official pick, but I like.
You know what I think is so funny? England makes fun of us and how we never had success.
But they don't win anything either.
They don't win anything either. Fuck off. They have the Premier League. That's it. But it's full of a bunch of players not from England. So fuck you.
It's just Liverpool with like Salah and
Yeah.
Sané, Firmino,
Yeah, and Salah is-
South American and African players, just like their whole team. And then
I think Italy wins the Euros.
Let's go skiing. I love
go.
that.
Ugh, I don't
Italy's
know.
so winning the Euros, and they might win the World Cup
No,
a few years from now because they have a lot
the
of young
real
players.
dark horse is Germany. Germany hasn't been there in a couple of years. They got
I'm with you
Sané.
there, man.
They got what's his name from Byron? Who am I thinking of? Gnabry. Gnabry has played really well lately. I don't know. I just like that team could be really good. And you got Kimmich in the back.
Nolan, Italy, Gianluigi Donnarumma. Yeah.
Italy's-
He's so young somehow. I
Yeah.
feel like he's been around forever.
No, and then like think about in a couple years when they get their feet under them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And they really start buzzing.
Dude, that's
And
so
they're gonna play their
funny how they go from
nice defensive Italian football. They're gonna get that.
I can't wait to have the World Cup in the winter time.
Yeah, they're gonna get that like one breakaway game. They'll be like, "Here's Italy," and they're just gonna score. Then they'll sit back and defend for another 40
Yes,
minutes.
Excuse me?
You didn't know that?
In 2 years?
It's in Qatar.
Qatar?
Yeah.
So it has
Well,
to
it's
be
too
in
gonna
hot.
be
winter
way
time.
too hot.
So it's like November. I think it's November 18th to December 19th, if I'm not mistaken.
Does that go against like World Cup tradition? Or is this
It
happened
goes
before?
against the league play for all the teams. So like they're not really sure how they're gonna handle it.
Oh.
But obviously it's the fucking World Cup and Qatar's paid a lot of money.
Well,
to that.
yeah, they're gonna get their games, but at the same time, like that kind of fucks
It
up.
breaks up their whole league play.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's the World Cup,
Yeah.
dude.
Whatever.
It's
it's
you
the
know,
biggest
the
event.
league play can wait.
That's crazy. I don't know much more than that.
I don't
right.
think Italy's gonna win the Euros though. But I
Oh,
surely want
They're
them
gonna
to.
take a stab at it though. They're gonna go far.
Well, they went a lot farther than a lot of, or they succeeded expectations in the previous Euros.
Yeah, like they're not gonna.
Well, they were saying like this is the worst team they ever sent to a tournament, and they probably should have beat Germany.
they're not gonna like get bumped out of the group stage. That's for sure. So
No,
they're gonna take a run at it.
and they're mad. They're mad.
Oh,
after
they're
not
pissed.
qualifying for the World Cup.
Oh, they're pissed. Yeah,
We're
they're pissed
talking
about that.
soccer giant here.
I was so mad when they didn't, because it was like it was gonna be Buffon's like last hurrah
Oh my
at it.
god.
Fucking. I hope Juventus wins the Champions League now.
Oh, me too. I mean, I obviously want them to win. That's
I don't
my
want
team,
Ronaldo
but-
to win, but I want.
See.
All right, fellas, it's been a good one.
All right, go
All the prop
49ers.
betting.
Go props. Go Super Bowl.
Just when you're listening to this before the Super Bowl, just think about it after the Super Bowl, how many we got wrong, and think about
How
know.
silent they were about Jimmy G playing for the Patriots.
Right.
Yeah,
That'll be such a.
and how
mind fuck.
silent Sammy Watkins is going to be after he tears his Achilles in the first.
So, like,
30
when Jimmy
seconds.
Garoppolo's holding his Super Bowl MVP trophy, if they say something about the Patriots, it doesn't count.
Nope.
That's what's going to happen. All the way from Foxborough as
Yeah.
a backup. Now he's here.
Oh my God! All right,
See you guys.
later.